Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Yahweh Shapat coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in these scriptures. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm going to entitle this lesson, I'm gonna probably try to make it like a little mini series, and I'm going to entitle it Spiritual Power, Elijah, or some to that effect. But I was doing some research, you know what I'm saying, and I just kind of Googled, what men in the Bible had spiritual power, and King David came up, of course Yahweh Shah came up, and a few others. So I'm gonna try to do separate lessons on them, but this one's gonna be about Elijah. So this is 1 Kings 18, and I'm gonna start at verse 45. I'm gonna start at verse 44. Finally, the seventh time, his servant told him, I saw a little cloud about the size of a man's hand rising from the sea. Then Elijah shouted, hurry to Ahab and tell him, climb into your chariot and go back home. If you don't hurry, the rain will stop you. And soon as the sky was black with clouds, a heavy wind brought a terrific rainstorm, and Ahab left quickly for Jezreel. Then the Lord gave special strength to Elijah. He tucked his cloak into his belt and ran ahead of Ahab's chariot all the way to the entrance of Jezreel. Now, I'm going to go to 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, because that was the NLT that I just read from, Salakia. So I'm going to go to, right now we got the KJV pulled up, and the NLT, it kind of gives you, kind of gives you a more broken down understanding, So I seen a brothers, from the starting with the apostles going on down, brothers have been using the NLT to prove certain points. When you read 1 Kings 18 and 46, it's going into, this is how it reads. It's 1 Kings 18 and 46. And the hand of the Lord was on Elijah, and he girded up his loins and ran before Ahab to the entrance of Jezreel. So either way you read it, when the scriptures tell you that the hand of the Lord was on somebody, or the spirit of the Lord came on somebody and they had the spiritual power, a spiritual power, it comes through via the Holy Spirit, so we're gonna get that spiritual power eventually. But the men of the Lord, certain prophets, they had it, and I read into a certain article that was suggesting that King David had been special from the jump. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do a separate lesson on King David. But Elijah, King David, all of the prophets, these were special men. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, Elijah ran before a horse, or some horses on a chariot, so he ran before Ahab, so like it tell you in the NLT, the Lord gave him a special strength to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to open up certain dimension. He's going to open up a physical dimension for his spiritual power to come upon his men. He always has, and he will continue to do so. So you got to think, man. Certain brothers going to be on the run. Hey, the Lord can his hand can come heavy upon you so that you can, run away from certain danger. You know what I'm saying? Get away from certain danger, or whatever the case may be. The Lord gonna, bring, he's gonna give us use of spiritual power as a way to take flight, as a way to defend ourselves, when Esau rolls on us, and you might have to have some special strength to run. I didn't have visions of me running real fast or jumping real high, just different things, man. So these things are written in the scriptures. you know, a 4-hour learning, you know, and I just thought I would bring this out, man. It's just, you know, some your Potter put in a lesson. Another thing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua did for Elijah, he took care of Elijah, man. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, he was dealing heavily with Elijah. And the Lord fed Elijah with ravens, you know, had some ravens drop food off to him. He had angels bring food and water to him. So, you know, going into these times that we going into, we're going to have faith. And we're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? Because it was through faith that the Lord was able to work through his men. You know, scriptures tell you that without faith, it is impossible to please Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So, hey, man, you know, Elijah, you know what I'm saying? He had a special strength given to him from the Lord to not keep up with Ahab, but to literally run in front of him. You got to think, man. Elijah was out here outrunning horses on a chariot, man. You know, so hey, the Lord can do the same thing for you. He can do the same thing for me. He can do the same thing for all of us. And he will, you know, when the time comes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. You know, and there are definitely other acts of spiritual power that Elijah did, you know, while he was here. You know what I'm saying? Namely, one of them was when he was told to have Elisha come in his stead. You know what I'm saying? Come up under him. You know, when he left Elisha a portion of his spirit, Elisha was able to do some powerful things, man. You know, so the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they might have been hated, you know, and people might have, you know, had a disdain for them, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua was dealing with these men, and he's dealing with us. You know what I'm saying now, you know. So I'm going to go ahead with that, and I'm going to close out. If Lord willing, this was edifying. Until the next one, I say shalom.